Hello everyone, my name is Kayla and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be going through all of the books I read in January. The first book I read was Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. So this book follows a girl named Hannah who is really into music. In her career, she wants to move up to be able to pick the songs for the soundtracks of movies. We are also following a guy named Fox who is supposedly a known player. The question becomes in this book, is he going to be able to settle down so he can be with Hannah? There was really good tension between Fox and Hannah at the start of this book, but when they finally got together, the tension subsided and so did my enjoyment. Overall, I did enjoy this book, but I also have some problems with it, specifically towards the end, but I will not spoil that. So I gave this book 3 stars. The next book that I read was The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. Now, I would call the characters in this book amateur sleuths, but they are definitely not amateur. They know what they're doing. This book is about 4 characters who call themselves the Thursday Murder Club, and they use their detective skills in order to solve mysteries, specifically the deaths of some people in this book. The main characters are actually very interesting. They have a lot of good banter between each other, and it's all very good and playful vibes. The main problem that I have with this book is that I don't really feel connected to any of the other characters involved, so the people that are actually involved in the mystery, I am not invested in those characters whatsoever, which means unfortunately I am not invested in solving the mysteries. I wish I enjoyed this book more, but unfortunately I had to give it 2 stars. The next book I read in January was The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. This book is about a bodyguard named Hannah who has to protect an actor named Jack Stapleton. Now, Jack doesn't want his family to be alarmed that he has a bodyguard, so they come up with this scheme for Hannah and Jack to fake date while they're around his family. I absolutely love the fake dating trope, and this book does it extremely well. So we all know how fake dating tropes end, but there's an added complexity to this because Jack is an amazing actor, and it is hard to tell which of his feelings are real and which he is just acting. But the main thing that I love about this book doesn't actually have to do with the romance. It has to do with Hannah's strong character. She's so passionate about her job as a bodyguard, and all of her skills that come along with the job make this book so much more interesting. I absolutely adored this book and I gave it 5 stars. The next book that I read that I unfortunately do not have with me today because I borrowed it from the library is A Touch of Jen by Beth Morgan. That book is about a couple, Remy and Alicia, who are obsessed with this girl named Jen, and Alicia even starts to act like Jen to satisfy their thoughts. The weird thing about this book is that halfway through reading, I went to the front of the book and read some of the blurbs there left by other authors and other people, and they were mentioning a lot about this book being horrifying, and I was just like, where? So the book is pretty casual and contemporary throughout the story, and then at the end, that's when it hits you with the horror. Now, I don't really want to say the horror came out of left field, but the horror came out of left field. This book just leads me to ask the question, why? Why was this written? And for that reason, I gave it 2 stars. The next book I read was This Time Tomorrow by Emma Straub. This book is about a girl named Alice who figures out how to time travel to the past, but every time she does, she makes it back only to her 16th birthday. And so she chooses to relive this birthday over and over, doing different things, and also while rekindling her relationship with her dad. I enjoyed the time traveling elements in this book, and I also enjoyed Alice's relationship with her father, but I was a little bored with the writing style, and for that reason I gave this book 2 stars. It was just one of those books that is hard to get through to read. The next book that I read in January that I also do not have with me today is We Spread by Ian Reid. This book is about an old woman named Penny who gets sent to a care facility after she has an accident while living alone. Penny is no longer sure if she can trust herself, her memory, or her experiences as strange things begin to happen in this facility. And when I say strange, I mean strange. I give this book 5 stars. I absolutely loved it, and I do not want to spoil anything that happens in it, so you need to read it. And the final book that I read in January is Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. I actually annotated in this book, and that made my experience of reading this book much more fun. As you can see here, I highlighted and wrote in pen, and I used different color highlighters to mean different things. So purple was for any events or anything important to the story. Pink is for romance, and yellow was for funny moments. This book is about a girl named Hazel and a guy named Josh, and what they do is they go on double dates together, but with other people. I loved all of the scenes with the double dates, and I was literally screaming at my book for Josh and Hazel to get together because it was extremely frustrating seeing them be on dates with other people, but having these moments with each other. It was actually really cute too. Now, I like this book, but there was something about it that didn't completely satisfy me, so I gave it 3 stars. And that's all of the books that I read in January. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!